Right. My AI just changed. It just buzzed the front gate. Thank God you came. How many more days could I wait? I made plans with you, and I won't let them fall through. I think I lie for you.
All right, we're gonna get into it because I got other things to do today. Child, I didn't know TikTok incriminates. So let's get into it. So as we know, Kadea went missing. She was found. And now they're saying that they may have a possibly of two more people that were involved. So I did a TikTok video a while ago. And remember, I did this TikTok video to where the girl was saying how, oh, I knew Kadea, and oh shoot, the trial started today. Oh, we gotta talk about it tomorrow. I might come back. So I knew about she knew Kadea, and the cousin was the dealer, and that knew the killer. The killer, right? We finna go on TikTok, baby. We finna go on TikTok. Let's get into it. Cause baby, I say, wait, what? Help me understand.
No, so just got finished wrapping up a conversation with one of my partners, a great mentor of mine, Mark Hopkins, Chief Mark Hopkins. Let me put some respect on his name. The Greater Philadelphia Search and Rescue. I'm here in Philly, came back home to talk about this Kada Scott case. Everything that it entails, we broke it down. He also gave some tips and things that families and community members, we all should look out for. So the episode will be coming out real soon. We got you. So, Mark, again, I want to say thank you for your time. I know he got to go do some search and rescue training, which I'm actually proud to be a part of. So, yeah. So we about to pack up all this equipment, and we got dogs barking and everything, man. So, yeah. So I'm gonna let you go do your thing. But yeah, so we just wrapped this up. Rest in peace to Kada Scott, and wanted to kind of bring y'all something different. You know, I know there's a lot of information, a lot of people putting stuff everywhere on social media. So, what I wanted to do was just kind of bring y'all an expert, somebody that can break down a case, somebody that can help you understand what's going on, because, you know.
The trolls try hard. They some try die hards. I'm gonna address this one time and one time only. The reason why I said it never made sense to me how they said that they know for a fact she was dead on the 4th. She was killed 20 to 30 minutes after she was kidnapped.
What?
And then the coroner put on her certificate of death that the death date was the 18th because that's the day that they found her. I know that.
Right.
But do you guys know that based off the state of rigor mortis, they could tell how long she been dead for?
Yep, they sure can.
So, baby, before you come for me, make sure.
They sure can. I used to watch this show all the time with my mama. May she rest in peace, my mama. And then we used to watch this Moore show. And I tell you, when I used to watch this lady do autopsies, she had this one man that had a heart attack. She said, you could tell by their heart that they have a heart attack. And if they have heart issues, she said, your body is going to tell everything about you. And that's true. Now, when they found her was the 18th, right? And like she said, she's been deceased that long. I'm gonna see if I can find an autopsy report. We'll go over this one too. But basically, what they do is, hey Tabby, it's a lot. What they do is they knew she passed around that time because her body is giving off a signification how long you've been deceased. So when they find these victims, they already know by the skin, your bones, how your organs, all of that, how long you've been deceased. And it would tell from then on. It's a lot. That's why they check every part of your body.
Make sure you know what the fuck you talking about, okay? Now, with that being said, I have come up with a new fucking theory. All the motherfuckers is involved, yes,
I believe
because
it.
they all needed help.
Because the girl said, "Oh yeah, we knew of her, but it's kind of crazy because she kind of told on herself." I'm gonna find that video though.
That one little bitch couldn't fucking do it herself. Here's my new motherfucking theory. Everybody is
So
involved.
basically, she's saying that they had set her up to be with this man. Let me see. Hold on. I need to go to all her parts. I need all her parts. We're going to have to go to all her parts. Okay, so this is her page. We finna play it. I knew it because she came on here, Tabby, and she was saying how she met him through the cousin. They say that girl told on herself. Ooh.
That girl, Kada Scott, that shit got me tripping. That shit triggered me. Yeah. Because what? For those that don't know, Kada Scott is a young, black, inspiring content creator. She was on the rise. Yes, she did work a 9 to 5, but that's besides the point. Clearly, she had a bunch of haters, a bunch of people that was jealous of her because she was getting another bag. Not only that, bitches that used to chill with her sister were so jealous. Yep. She was talking to the local pharmacist, and he was questioning her and wanting to know about her and not them. And yeah, I feel like they lined her up. Let me tell you my theory. So this is my theory. This is not proven. This is nor fact. This is my opinion. Okay? And that's a fact. So my theory is she, we all know her last text message was, come kidnap this ass again. And that little girl, Gabby, the reason why I say Gabby is involved is because you wanted to clear your name when nobody mentioned your name. It was a guilty conscience. You felt so guilty that you was gonna get indicted for her shit that you had to clear your name. But when you showed the receipts, it showed you called them. You was the outgoing call. He didn't call you to ask you about her. You called him pressing him about her. Then the other little girl that took the whole world with her on a joyride with the video.
I don't think she was living two lives. I think, this is what I tell you what I think. I think she liked him or something about him and gave him a chance. And I really feel like they were jealous because she had something going. Most guys like that. But I think she liked the bad boys. I believe that too. I think she liked the bad boys for whatever reason. I don't know what it is. I think she liked the bad boys because not all females, but some females that got a 2-parent household for whatever reason, they just like the bad boys. I never understood that. I had a friend that used to do that. I used to be like, why do you like the bad boys? Like, why? But yeah.
Talking about this is the way she went. She used to walk down this block and she used to turn right when she got to this corner specifically. She turned to the left when she walked the dog. Then you had the nerve to show her missing flyer. Bitch. You need to go down too. You need your ass beat too. So back to my theory. My theory is that when she was being questioned about Kada, she knew something. She became suspicious. She knew something was up. So she probably made him pick her up. Or she probably seen him pull up to her job. And it said that Kada died from a gunshot wound to her head. I'm wondering if it's the back of her head, because that means somebody was in the back of the car while asshole pulled up in the driver's seat. They also said they took a hammer. Now, unless he was in the car with the other girl and he was proving that there was nothing wrong, that's just how they play. Because some people play like that, and this is why you don't play like that if you're not in a relationship. Because shit like this, shit get real. That gives no excuse as to why they took her life. That's still no excuse. But when you come from the streets don't love nobody and they don't give a fuck. I feel like he pulled up to her. And There was somebody in the back seat. When she got in the passenger seat, she thought it was just him until she realized there was somebody else in the back seat. And she tried to get out, and they hit her. And when they hit her, it caught the dude off guard, and it was like, oh shit, you hit her, you hurt her. Oh, I gotta clear this up because I'm gonna get in trouble for this. So he cleared her. You know what I mean? If you get it, you get it. If you don't, keep it moving. That's what I feel happened. That's just my theory, because, like I said, the two girls had no business doing what they did, especially being that it was a pending investigation, and then for y'all to confirm. Bro,
I think did y'all put that as a way to say, come sneak off and get me. Like, come get me again, you know, with nobody knowing. That's what I think.
And the text messages get leaked that it was confirmed she was dead before the police confirmed she was dead. That means y'all knew. Y'all knew. How y'all knew she was dead? Because y'all the ones that did it. I feel so bad for Kada Scott. That shit triggered me, like I said, because it seems like a jealousy thing. Don't believe me? Go do your research. Don't just listen to a video of people telling lies and take it and fucking run with it. Do your research. I did my research. R.I.P. to that girl, Kada Scott. She did not deserve that. I got an extender on this Kada Scott case. Yes, here's a Lady NYC update. And don't come for me. Don't come for me. Because, baby, I got my reports, my fucking info. I got all that from the internet. Public domain information. So I need y'all to put y'all thinking caps on. I need y'all to make this shit make sense to me. Because Kada Scott, the police, mind you, the police is the one releasing these details. And I remember them saying that Keon King's father was the lead detective on the case when it first broke out.
What? Wait a minute. Stop the press. Who? I know you lie.
His father is a fucking...
I gotta look this up.
He was the lead detective on the fucking case before it blew out the fucking water. So this is what I need help with. I need somebody to help me understand, because
how could that happen?
No matter how you shuffle the cards, baby, it don't add. Or y'all can prove that she was killed 20 to 30 minutes after being kidnapped on the 4th of October. That medical examiner just released documentation and stated that that girl died on October 18th. That shit is not making sense to me, because you can't die 2 times, baby. You cannot die and come back to life. This is not GTA. So maybe that's where the kidnapping charges come in. Like, he kidnapped her on the 4th and he waited till the 18th to kill her, and then they burnt the car. But this is the other thing. When the medical examiner released his report, that girl did not have one burn mark on that fucking body. So she wasn't set on fire in the car. So y'all releasing shit to the public because y'all trying to cover it up. That's why certain shit ain't making fucking sense. That's why certain shit ain't added up, because it don't make sense. So with that being said, I need somebody to jump in the fucking comments, and I need y'all to break that shit down to me, because it's not making any sense. If she died on the 4th, how did she die again on the 18th?
Okay. Let me make this make sense. He probably rode around with that girl's body for a minute. I hate to say that, but he probably rode around with her body. It's the only thing I can think of. Because if you try to dispose of her around a certain time and it didn't work, you rode around with that girl. And you knew, and y'all were trying to figure out how to cover this up. I really believe that. I really believe that.
Make that shit make sense. Make it make sense. It don't make sense. And then the stupid ass girl that they interviewed and questioned, the 2 girls that they found the hammer and the fucking contractor bags in her house, she stated, no, nobody has access to this motherfucking phone but me.
No, baby.
So you mean to tell me you was pretending to be Keon when you inboxed the girl or text the girl that was your new number? You was the one pretending to be Keon. I cannot make this shit up. Y'all can go look at the videos yourself. Y'all can go do your own little motherfucking research, because I did mine, baby. And when I was watching the videos, I was writing shit down like, oh, and the text messages get leaked that it was confirmed she was dead before the police confirmed. Hold the fuck up. Unless they're framing him, which I don't think they're framing him.
They're not
because there was another young lady that came out with a video and that man looked crazy. So I wouldn't put it past if he's one of those possessive niggas that once he got a bitch, he feel like he own her. Is what he say and what he say go. So I don't believe that, you know, they're framing him. I believe he has something to do with it. But make that shit make sense. How did she die on the 4th and then she died again on the 18th? I need y'all to fucking make that shit make sense to me, because no matter how much you shuffle the cards, it's not making sense. 1 + 1 gonna always equal fucking 2, not 21, bitch. Make that shit make sense. You cannot die 2 times. On top of that, y'all hit him with kidnap charges. Y'all ain't say where the kidnapping charges came from. Unless the kidnapping charges came from him kidnapping her on the 4th and then killing her on the 18th and then getting rid of her, that's the only way. Especially because all y'all phones was pinging at the same location, everywhere together as a unit. So I wouldn't doubt it if the pops had something to do with it, and that's why the timeline is off, because that's just not making sense. If she died on the 4th, she would not have died again, and the medical examiner would have never said her death date was the 18th. So unless she was kidnapped from the 4th till the 18th. And another thing, you know, he got hit with abuse of a corpse. You know what abuse of a corpse is, right? That means you did something to the body when it was dead.
Mm-hmm.
You did something to the body when it was dead. You had fun with her while she was dead. Do y'all understand what the fuck I'm saying? That shit don't make sense. I need y'all to drop it in the fucking comments. I need y'all to make that shit make sense to me, because baby, I'm not understanding. And I paid attention in school. I don't give a fuck what teachers teach in this lesson. It don't make sense. Y'all stay woke though. I just get some new tea with this Kada Scott case. Bro, we gonna talk about it. So this was one of my theories, but I never put it up there. I originally thought maybe her boyfriend found out she was talking to the dude and she kept denying it, and he wanted to prove to the other guy that was his girl and not the other dude, and the dude proved that he was a clown, and it escalated. But we gonna talk about it. So you mean to tell me the Kada Scott girl boyfriend is related, a relative to the brown girl whose phone was used to call her and text her that it was Keon's number? That's crazy. So now it's looking like her boyfriend,
right,
was the clown. And
I believe that she basically, like I say, he probably put her somewhere. He probably rolled with her. Ain't no telling what he did, but I believe he held on to that body. I believe he held on to her body. Because when I looked at his court case, this is not the first time he tried to do something like that. And when I looked it up the first time, I'm trying to find it now, where where he got away with stalking. But my thing is, how, like, it don't make sense to me. Why is it? Let me see if I can search for it. Okay. I'm going to try to pull it up, the court documents.
It's prove to niggas he wasn't a fucking doormat. So it escalated.
Yeah. Okay.
That's probably who she was arguing with when the co-worker heard her arguing, like, are you dead ass asking me about that right now? And then got into another car. She was arguing with her boyfriend on the phone and then started arguing, got in the car with Keon. And hold the fuck up.
Let me play this.
Unless
you the one slapped me. You the one.
Hold the fuck up.
Okay. So I'm finna look up them court documents.
Hold the fuck up.
This is crazy.
Okay, so
not a boyfriend involved. Ooh. I think so. And I think that's what happened.
her iPad was last seen at 10/4. That's the date at 10/21.
This ain't the one.
And she was near 6845 Anderson Street. Her iPhone last pinged at 10/4 at 10:24 near 6921 Anderson Street. Okay. This all after she left the job. Her iWatch last seen 10/5 at 114 at Aubrey Recreation Center, which is where they left her. Now, this is what I'm saying. Now, this guy dropped her off at 9:40. By 10:21, her iPad is traveling or whatnot. And he didn't call her at that time. He didn't text her at that time. Nothing about them wings. He waited until 12 something when they would have been gone from. Okay, so
all right.
Her eye.
Now, I'm gonna stop sharing this. Before I read this and I share the court documents, that is very detailed. If it trigger you, I'm sorry. I want to say respect to the family, but this is very detailed, okay? Let me go to it. Is it this one? Yes. So, these are the charges he have: kidnapping for ransom. This is telling you what he did to her. Strangling, applying pressure to throat or neck. Terrorist threat with intent to terrorize another. Simple assault, reckless endangering another person, harassment, physical content, and criminal mischief. This is him. This is him. Then they updated his charges. False imprisonment. So basically, to answer the question, he did hold her. He unalived her, but he made it seem like she was being held, meaning, oh, we just gonna imprisonment her, but she ain't alive. That's what I'm figuring out. She wasn't alive when he did this. She wasn't alive. So it did say what he did to her, and it did note what he did to her. Oh, he got trial on the 13th. Oh, yeah. They finna get them. He fabricated with evidence. That is true. That is true. That is true. Then they realized he had, they did the murder charge. They did a robbery, inflict seriously bodily harm. He had a fire. Sorry, y'all, I went down the wrong way. He had a firearm with no license. He had a firearm because he wasn't prohibited to have that. Also, he received this is all abuse of a court. That's how I got updated. So she not lying. They updated his charges once they found her and they investigated on what happened to her. Tamper with and fabricate physical evidence conspiracy, meaning he was trying to dispose her body. That's what he was trying to do. When she said she didn't have no burn mark, he was trying to dispose her body. He was trying to make it seem like something else. So if this is his charges, imagine what them folks that planned this gonna get. They're not getting no 25 years. Everybody getting life. I don't think they have a death penalty in Philadelphia. But somebody getting that. Yeah. Yeah. That's where he put her at. I think he hid her there. And I think he knew. Let me see. Because they got it all. They got separate charges. And I'm telling y'all, they trying to get him. They trying to get him. I'm trying to see more. I don't know why Philly don't have more. Let me see. They just have, he's already charged with, okay, so now they got his hearing, his preliminary hearing. So he was supposed to go on the 13th. Let me see. Yeah, here it is. He has a hearing on January 9th, 2026. His preliminary hearing, oh, that was something else. That was the last action. That was for that girl that sat there and said recording him. The last girl he was with, he had a hearing with her in May. Now, he had another hearing arrangement on the 16th. That's when they got him. He has another one for the 10th. This is for hearing, so I guess he's taking it to trial. But the girl that came out and said, yeah, he did the same thing to her. He stopped her looking through her window. They're reopening the case because he tried to kidnap her. That's who is added to this trial and to this case. They reopen it. The fact is that his family knew something was wrong with him. Tells me everything I need to know. Because at this point, when were you going to get this boy help? He has been stalking others. Let me see if I can pull up. So to her, they probably was messing around. Yeah, he was supposed to go yesterday. They changed it. Because I think what they're finna do is they finna add that first victim he had that's still alive and walking. They finna add her to the, she said, I can't, because she was on her TikTok like a month ago. She was like, I can't talk about it because I'm already added for the trial. They reopened my case. She sure did. She sure did. She said I posted the video of him looking through my window. That was him. She said that she was added to this because that girl, she said, I hate that what happened to her. She said, I said my prayers. She said, but yeah, they reopened my case because he was supposed to be put away for a long time. They find out that somebody threatened that girl and she didn't go and say anything. Mm-hmm. Oh, it's getting deep, y'all. It's getting deep. He was supposed to go to jail anyway.
A homicide. And we now have the court paperwork after murder charges were approved for Keon King. He's the same man charged in her kidnapping. Thanks for joining us here at 6. I'm Sheba Russell. A motive is still not known as the investigation nears a third week now. We want to get straight out to our Kelly Rule. Kelly, a lot of new information since we last checked in with you at 5.
Yes, Sheba, a lot of new details coming into the newsroom. Again, we can tell you that the district attorney's office officially announced homicide charges against 21-year-old Keon King. That is for the murder of 23-year-old Kada Scott. He's now also facing nearly a dozen other new charges. And again, he was already in custody on charges connected to Kada's disappearance. And as you mentioned, we obtained court document that.
And see, she passed for a pew to the head. I thought it was strangulation, but I think he strangled her after he did that to her. That's what I think they did.
court documents that reveal new details about the case, including text messages between 23-year-old Kada Scott and 21-year-old Keon King, who again is now charged with Kada's murder. Documents say Kada and King communicated between September 28th and October 4th, which is the day she disappeared. And on October 4th at 10:07 p.m., Kada allegedly text messaged King saying, quote, "Kidnap me again," to which King replied, quote, "Better be up too," followed by plans to meet later that night. The last text exchange between the two at 10:09 p.m. read, "CM when you're here." Documents also state that night, again, the last night Kada was seen alive, a coworker of Kada's at the terrace at Chestnut Hill, where Kada was last seen, reported to police that Kada was on the phone around 10 outside the building and appeared upset, and was overheard saying, quote, "I can't believe you're calling me about this," followed by an expletive. Now, that eyewitness told police Kada got into a dark-colored SUV parked outside that immediately drove off. Documents also revealed new details about what was captured on Albury Recreation Center cameras, which is right next to the former Ada Lewis Middle School where Kada's body was found. We know from the district attorney's office that a black Hyundai Accent was parked in the lot for days and later set on fire in a different location, and they tied that vehicle to Keon King. They also said a gold Toyota Camry was in the lot the same time the Hyundai Accent was. Documents now say 2 people can be seen on camera approaching that black Hyundai Accent on October 5th, the day after Kada disappeared, around 11:30 at night. And documents say they could be seen removing a heavy object consistent with the human body towards the general area where Kada's body was later found. That means investigators could be looking for at least 2 others that might have helped King move her body. Now, again, police have not announced any additional arrests, but have said their investigation is active and ongoing.
They finna get indicted. Whether they scared or not, the indictment is coming.
Sheba.
All right, just no matter which way you slice it, it's just sad overall just to hear all of those new developments. Kelly, thank you. First at 6,
they're getting indicted. Hold on. And I can tell you that right now, because I believe he's not going by himself. He's not going by himself. He's not going by himself. And one thing about it, he's going to tell. He is going to tell. He like, oh yeah, I ain't going by myself. Yeah. Yeah. It's crazy. He ain't going by himself. And I send my prayers to her dad, because I will never forget her daddy. Oh man, it was so sad, bro. Her daddy was like, ooh. Okay. Her daddy was just like, he was praying that she was found. Like, he wanted her to be found. He wanted her to be found. He said that. He say, man, like, it messed him up when he found out what happened to her. It messed him up because he was walking the streets praying hard.
Out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, by way of new documents that have been released. I'm going to read some of the main points because some of this stuff could indicate who Keon King's accomplice was. We're going to start with September 28th, 2025, because this is when Kada receives a text message on her phone that says, "Yo, Kada, this is my new number," to which Kada responds, "Who is this?" And then this number responds back that it's Kale. Now, Kale is a name that Keon goes by. We know that Keon goes by a couple of different names according to different people in the area, but Kada seemed to have known who he was. And this same number was the one that Kada was communicating with on the day that she disappeared. Earlier in the day, on October 4th, she sent a text message to this number saying something to the effect of "Kidnap me again." Later that night, while she was supposed to be at work, there were a total of 12 calls made. Between 9:25 and 10:12, the two were planning to meet up. And the final text message sent from Kada's phone saying, "Call me when you get here," was also sent to this same number associated with Keon. Now, according to subpoenaed records, this number is a text now number that Keon was using, but it's not registered to him, it's registered to someone by the name of Madeline. Now, using a Verizon IP address, authorities were able to link that text now account to a residence on Belmar Terrace in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. This location is actually where Madeline lives, and a location where Keon was said to have been driving to and from in the days after Kada Scott disappeared. Now, authorities obtained a search warrant for this residence, and they went in, they collected items. They also brought Madeline in for questioning, along with another woman who had apparently been living there by the name of Lopez, who was apparently Madeline's partner. Now, once Madeline and Lopez were brought to the sheriff's office and separated into different rooms to be interrogated, Madeline immediately said that she wanted a lawyer. The investigators ended up leaving the room, and then a short while later, Madeline seemed to have changed her mind and agreed to speak to authorities after all. But why was there immediate hesitancy? Now, Madeline did say that she did not know Kada. She also did admit to having a Text Now account, but she said that nobody had access to it. Yet 2 days after Kada's disappearance on October 6, 2025, once Kada's family realized that she was in contact with this Text Now account / number, Madeline started receiving calls from them. Lopez, who was down the hall in another room being questioned, said that Madeline started receiving these calls from Kada's family while she was with her, and she said that Madeline looked visibly worried and nervous. Madeline also tried to claim that she gave Lopez her Android device with her Text Now account and number on it. However, Lopez said that that's not true and that Madeline never gave her anything. So someone was not being honest here. Now, authorities did notice that this Text Now account number had communicated regularly with someone by the name of Albert Hayes. It was the top contact for this number. Authorities did end up finding Albert Hayes, and they asked who Albert Hayes was communicating with when he would text this number, and Albert Hayes did say Keon King. Now, at first when I was reading all of this stuff, I was thinking, okay, I don't think Lopez is involved in any of this, because she described to authorities that she didn't actually live at this Belmar Terrace home. She was just staying there for a few days because she was in a relationship with Madeline. So I thought, okay, maybe she's just in the middle of all of this, but doesn't actually know these people involved very well and isn't involved in anything that took place that may have been illegal. But then I noticed that on October 1st and October 2nd, authorities pulled Keon King over on both of those days, 2 separate times, and both times that he was pulled over, Lopez was in the vehicle with him. So that created some cause for pause, because if Keon and Lopez are known to hang around each other alone and be friends with one another, is it possible that Lopez could have helped Keon dispose of Kada's body? Now, according to footage that was obtained from October 4th, 2025, around 10:28 p.m. from this rec center parking lot, a medium to dark colored vehicle is seen pulling up. The car backs into the spot closest to the playground, and an individual is seen exiting the driver's side seat of the vehicle before walking from the playground to the fence line and exiting the property. We know that Kada's phone went offline around this same time period, so I'm assuming that at this point she was already SHOT and deceased in the vehicle. And remember, this is the black Hyundai Accent that Keon had stolen from a food delivery driver. Now, the next night, October 5th, 2025, his gold Toyota Camry is seen pulling into this same parking lot, backing into a parking spot, and then 2 people exit from the vehicle. One is on foot and another is riding around a mobile scooter in the parking lot. Both of them end up leaving the camera frame, and they are gone for about 4.5 hours. Now, this part I found really interesting. Around 3:56 in the morning, those 2 individuals come back into the frame from the playground area and approach the vehicle where the car was parked. One of the 2 individuals motions toward the other vehicle parked toward the streetlights, which then turns its headlights on and then drives out of the parking lot. And from what I'm understanding, this is the gold Toyota Camry that the 2 individuals arrived in that night. So was there a third person in the vehicle waiting for a signal? Was that 4.5-hour window of time utilized by those 2 people that exited that gold Toyota Camry to find a place to bury Kada's body? I don't know. Now, after that other vehicle leaves the parking lot, the 2 people on foot approach the black Hyundai Accent, they opened the passenger side door and removed what appears to be a human body from that seat. They end up carrying that body together toward the playground and into the wooded area where Kada's body was ultimately found by authorities. The two people, Keon and someone else, who removed Kada's body from the vehicle and placed her where they ultimately did, never came back into that parking lot that night, however, so I'm assuming that whoever drove that gold Toyota Camry ended up picking them up somewhere else. That black Hyundai Accent that Kada's life was taken in and where her body laid for more than 24 hours was left in the parking lot until October 7th, 2025, around 2:48 a.m. when cameras actually capture individuals running up to the vehicle, getting inside, and then driving off in it. It's believed that once the vehicle was moved somewhere else, Keon set the car on fire in hopes to destroy the evidence inside. So at least one other person knew that Kada was deceased and helped Keon dispose of her body. And that another person knew that Kada was deceased and helped make sure that Keon and whoever helped dispose of Kada had transportation back to wherever they were going. Was this Madeline and Lopez, though, that were assisting Keon? That's the question. What do you guys think about all of this? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and as soon as we hear anything new, I'll be sure to share with you guys. Hey guys, so we have some new information in the Kada Scott case out of Philadelphia.
I'm gonna end it here. Anything else come out, we're gonna talk about it. I'm gonna end it here. I will be back because I do want to talk about the Brene and Akira trial. Yes, there is a trial. She owed that woman $1 million for sleeping with her man and catching it on tape and now marrying that man. We're going to drop it down. Trial started yesterday. We're going to talk about it. And I'm going to talk about Sean Bell movie coming out that his ex-wife, not ex-wife, his then fiance is releasing in November. And we see why they were mad at Rock Nation. We already got the tea down. Oh, it's coming full circle. I want to thank y'all for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. I will see you in the next one. I know a lot of people not in here because of live. Please, justice for Kada, justice for Amira. I hope I said Amari Cooper, justice for Romika, and justice for people, justice for Sean Bell, because he never got his justice either. I want to thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. We'll do a Sean Bell talk tomorrow just to refresh. Some people don't know what happened and their clarification, how many shots they let off in that man. We'll talk about it tomorrow. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.
Roman numeral 7 days, drop it like it's hot. If this world was mine, I take it, things that make them multiply. If this world was mine, I take your enemies in front of God.